to everyone who have been watching our living show. Today we are going to give an introduction of our rolling mill factory. And now, please allow me to do a self-introduction. I am Edward, and this is my colleague.
Hi, I'm Linda.
This is also my colleague.
Hello, I'm Cherry.
Thank you again for everyone's watching.
And next, I will introduce our factory to all of our audience.
Okay, please allow Linda to give an introduce to our company. Thank you.
Thank you. And this is Linda. I had worked at a Hongteng factory over 5 years. Our factory is founded at 2012. Our main product includes the induction melting furnace, induction heating furnace, metal hot forging equipment heating, and the casting equipment, rolling mill equipment, also the non-ferrous metal recycling and the ingot casting machine, also with the today's star hot rolling mill equipment. Our factory located at Luoyang City, Henan Province. It's in the middle of China. And from the airport or subway station to our factory, all is needed 30 minutes, super convenient. Each week, we have 3 groups of clients come to visit our factory, and it's very hot. Next, I'd like to invite Cherry to come to introduce our factory by Spanish. Welcome, Cherry.
Hola amigos, nos vemos otra vez. Hoy voy a enseñar nuestra planta de laminación. Nuestra planta de laminación no muy cerca de nuestra fábrica de los hornos. Usted puede llegar a nuestra ciudad Luoyang primero y después vamos con auto y viene acá más o menos una hora y media, no muy lejos, es cerca. Hoy voy a presentar las máquinas de laminaciones. Ahora vamos a empezar.
Okay, here, let's go inside our workshop. I will show our today's main product, hot rolling mills. Let's go. Our factory had worked in the hot metal processing industry over 15 years. We have very rich experience inside this field. Now let's go inside. All our products have the ISO 9001 and CE certification to make sure our product meets the international standard. Now we can see this is the processing lines for the rolling mill parts processing. For example, the bearing seats and the different parts. Here we can give a camera for this spare part. We can see here is the flange and the bearing seat. It's made by the cast steel. We can see the material and the process is very good. Here is the dueling machine to make the holes on the spare parts. And here we go to this main product, hot rolling mills. And now I want to introduce our hot rolling mills. Our main capacity is from 1 ton to 12 tons per hour. This is our main production capacity. And some of clients may asking, what do we know whether our market condition is suitable for the hot rolling mill project investment? I want to say, if you are seeing there is a lot of high risk or the new port or high risk buildings construction in your country, That's not just the economic growth, it's also the opportunity chance for us to invest this kind of rolling mill project land. Because we all know during the basic construction, there will need a lot of steel material on demand, like the rebars, round bars, angle steel, flat steel, also the U-channel and I-beam. This all is the main construction material during the construction work. And here, I want to show you our machines. Normally, for the rebar production, there will be two conditions. Condition one, our raw material is the scrap steel, which need to melting. That means we have the scrap steel material as raw material, and we melting it and doing the rebar. The detailed stamps will be first stamp, we melting the scrap steel as metal liquid, and the second stamp, we use the liquid into the transfer ladle to cast in the steel billet, and the stamp 3, we will use the billet to heat into 1200 degrees. Stamp 4, we use the billet to feed into rolling mill to make rebars. And here is the rolling mill we will need to use. And today's first condition, I want to introduce our reversible horizontal rolling mill. This is the full group line I want to show you. Here from the start, we can see here is the motor. Motor for the rolling mill's drive. Here is the horizontal one. We can see first, this is the motor, and this is the flying wheel. And here is the reducer, distribution box, and then the rolling mill stands. Okay, we had to see this. This is a very simple line. And we can see, I also want to introduce some advantages of our rolling mill machines. We can see we had added the support frame for the flying wheel to make it more stable. And there is the insurance on the rolling mill stands to protect the rollers during the processing billet. If our billet feeding is oversized, first the insurance will break to remind us the billet size is not suitable. And some clients may asking, this horizontal rolling mill suitable for which capacity? The answer is this one is suitable for 1 ton to 3 ton per hour output condition. And this has the advantage is the spans for the hot rolling mill horizontal one. The spans need is very small, like around the waist around 15 to 20 meters waist, and the length around 60 to 80 meter length. This will suitable for the horizontal one. And if you want to asking about the optional of the rolling mill, this one could be manual. Oh, hi. Who is my friend? Let me check in who is hi. Okay, nice to see you, Sunny. And mental health treatment. Nice to talk with you. Hello, my audience from the live show. If you have any questions or you have any inquiries for our hot rolling mills, welcome to send us by message and I will reply you. And here is our horizontal reversible rolling mill production line. As I introduced, this one is suitable for 1 ton to 3 ton per hour production condition. And this could be manual operate. It's very convenient and easy to operate and maintenance. If you want to make it as an automatic option, this is also suitable. We can see here is the transfer table. We have the automatic billet transfer table to transfer the billet. So during this one here, we add the automatic transfer table for the billet, and this will realize the billet feed in and feed out automatically, so can save the manual operation. And the advantage for this horizontal one, first, this is takes a little space, as I said, 15 width and 8-meter length is good for this condition. And the second one, the investment is smaller. Louis? Hello, Sano. I saw you asking, show me the lowest production mail. Okay. And this one in front of you, this is a horizontal one. This is a very mini production for the rebar condition. Do you want to see this one? We can see the full group, the motor, flying wheel, reducer, distribution box, and the rolling mill stand can suitable for the 1 ton to 3 ton per hour production line. And this machine could produce the rebar, round bar, angle steel, flat steel, also the fence post. If you have any special final product require, you also can send us your picture or post. We will check with you and reply you. And here, this group I want to show is a continuous group line. We can see that continuous group. This continuous one is suitable for the 5 ton to 20 ton per hour. Okay.
Hello everyone, this is Edward. I will take the host. Let me take you to the closer look on the machines. Let's start from the roller conveyor. As you can see, the detail here, the machine is covered. Machine is covered by the green paint. The other paint is heat resistant and rust resistant. Under here we can see roller. The roller here is powered by the motor and chains. Powered by the chains. And the steel structure gives a solid supporting group to the whole roller conveyor. And the roller aligned with straight line to transport the billets in the right direction. Here we can see the roller bed motor. It's powered by electric. It's 3-phase motor. Work with a reducer and also a DC motor. This kind of power configuration gives a solid transportation to the billets from the casting machine to rolling machine. The length of the roller is customized.
Hello,
It means our client can choose the length of roller bed. And our engineer would make good design to make the roller way is more compliable in the actual factory premises. A lot of clients have a doubt and concern regarding the whole area of the factory. All of the clients tend to think if we have such big production line, would it compare a lot of occupation land or require much more room for the total production? The answer is, as experienced equipment manufacturer and solution designer, we are capable of providing tailor-made and customized solutions for our clients. Right now, let's take a closer look on the rolling mill's outer frame. Here you can see the frame is already made, ready for assembling the rollers. And here you can see, here is a half-made roller structure. We can take a closer look on the structure. As you can see, the structure is made by solid steel. The firm pathway is casting. The structure is totally made by steel, formed by hot casting. Here you can see the connection rod connect two pieces of outer structure together to give them a joining band force, thus forming the outer structure of the rolling mill. This outer structure is rather small. I guess it is around 220 or just 200. By contrast, you can see this rolling mill structure are rather big. It's ready-made, covered with rust-resistant green paint. Also, as I introduced, the paint is heat-resistant. It won't fall off easily by processing the hot steels. This is the outer frame containing the bearing pressure of a roller. Also give the outer structure as a supporting that gives the roller to process the rebars, angle steels with high pressures. At the bottom of the structure, as you can see, there are already rails being installed under the outer structure. This is our ingenious design. This design can save clients time and money for building a real concrete structure foundation. If we choose to have a horizontal mill, the mill can work easily based on just flat land and with this steel rail structure. The structure here, you can see, is very, very solid. Give a look at the detail of our rolling mills. As usual, the two pieces of different structure are combined by a steel rod and bolt. the rod was covered by the boat. Here, let me introduce a roller pathway again. As you can see, the roller way is much more wider than that one we just see. Here, as I emphasize again, we are equipment manufacturer. We can design anything based on your requirements, and our engineers design will realize your requirements. Now here, as we can see, here is a running chute on the cooling beds. Cooling beds as a partial part of rolling production line is supporting the finished products and providing a platform for the products cooling from the rather high temperature, normally from 900 to a room temperature, normally to 25 degree. The chute here provide a running way for rebar rods. It can work under the gravity. The gravity will just directly drove the steel rebar product fall on the chain bed. And due to the chain bed movement, the rebar will be moved forward, step by step. Right now, let's give a closer look on our finished products. As you can see, the rolling mill here is rather high. My personal height is 1.8 meter, and this mill is already higher than me. I guess the model here we represent is 400. 400 number is already this big. As Linda introduced to you before, that we are now looking at a horizontal rolling mill. Also, there will be professional calling this type of mill as a twin stack rolling mill. And here we can see is distributor. The distributor is connected by the universal disc. The bolt will come right here, connect here. Right now, we are looking at the first stand of the three roller mill. This one is the second stand of a three roller. This one is the third stand, and here is the last stand of a two-row mill. This consists a full set of first four stand rolling mill. As you can see, the roller is already carved with grooves. Each stand are carved with different grooves. to produce different size of billets into different shapes. Be frankly speaking that rolling process is mainly regarding with reshape the steel at its hottest temperature. We all know that the steel will be very soft at its hot temperature. So the rolling process is mainly focusing reshape. After reheating to the suitable temperature, normally will be 1115 degrees. We are talking about Celsius. 1150 Celsius degree is a suitable temperature for we making further process. Right now we are looking at a flywheel. Judging by its diameter, I assume this flywheel is 1.6 meters. Why would we need a flywheel? Professional all knows that when things are rotating, they will bring a lot of force that we need to use in the rolling process. When the flywheel starts rotating, the dead weight of itself will create a powerful force that connect with the universal disk, and here the reducer. After reducer, it will convey the force to distributor, then the distributor will distribute one force to three force and connect the three force to three different rollers. Give the roller power to rotate and squeeze on the hot billets. Right now, we are looking at a motor. Let's see how big power it has. Its power is 380. 380s. It's a 380 power by electricity. The motor here we are looking at is give the driving force, the ultimate driving force to the rolling mill line. Once it's powered on the power cable, once its power cabinet control button be pushed down, the motor here will start to rotating. Then the motor will give the rotating force to the flywheel. Again, the flywheel will conduct the force to this reducer. Then the reducer will conduct its force to this distributor. The distributor will conduct the force from 1 to 3, then convey the force to each of the three rollers. After this, the fourth stand of a mill will start working. This footset is already covered by the plastic film. This means that this production line is already ordered and ready for delivered to specific clients. Now we are looking at one client's products, and by using this kind of a rolling mill, I believe the client will make fortune. Yes, I very much believe the client will make fortune by employing rolling mill here. After give a detailed close look at the structure of rolling mill, let me take you to give a few inspect on how we made our parts. Right now we are looking at a drilling machine. Our technicians here are boring hole on the connection disc. They are boring hole on the connection disc. Judging by the color of this metal object, I can say that its quality must be very good because it's shining with silver color. As we always know that good metal parts always shining, and the proper color of ferrous metal should be silver-like. You see, our technician is boring on this hole, and it already take a very long time on it. Why won't we just expedite the whole process, make it fast? Because when we make this pouring process too fast, the metal parts will become overheated. The heat will change the basic structure on the metal. After overheated, the drill and the metal parts will lose its rigidity structure. Its metal force. It will cause the metal parts become an unqualified product. So at this process, we need to make sure that the processing speed is not very much fast, and also we need to add in the lubrication oil. Oh, as you can see, the hole is bored. We need to add in the lubrication oil to make sure the hole and the metal parts will not be overheated. Okay, everyone, let's move to the next procedure. Right now, we are still looking at a boring procedure. This one here, we can see it looks like boring another metal part. Just like bore a hole on this part. I assume it is some kind of crucial part on the rolling mill. The part here is rather clean, and I think the surface is very smooth. Now we are looking at a lathe. The procedure here is carving the rollers. Each shaft and each roller are processed on the lathe based on the precision processing. We can make the roller to any diameter that we want to. During the process, our technician kept pouring the cooling liquid on the rollers to keep the roller and the blade from overheat. At this junction, there's still our technician working on another lathe. He also is working on a shaft. It's also processing the shaft. As we can see here, there are still very more stand of lasing machine. Lathe. Now we can see the roller here is already finished or semi-finished, maybe. Each group with different width, also different. About the groove size, I already gave the introduction that it is made for different size of billets to produce different shape deformation. In a process, normally a rectangular billet or square billet will be pushed into bloom, then slabs. It's both are different shapes. Now let's go and see what this machine is doing. Let's go and see what are this machine doing. This one is also like some kind of a rotating lathe, but it clamp on a drill, a very large size of a drill, and the drill is boring a very large size of a hole on a metal parts. I personally assume the metal object our technician is processing is belong to rolling mill machine's frame structure. Be more precisely, it is working on a top frame for covering the rollers and the bearings. Covering the roller and bearings. Right now, let's go and see what is this machine doing. This is a 西创，是不是？爆创啊！ Yes, this machine is a milling machine. The machine is working on to give let's see, I think it's bearings outer structure. It is giving a bearing outer structure a flat and smooth surface. You see the machine removes a slice of metal by each movement to keep the precision process of these steps. You know, I feel that every machine in our factory is work on very, very precise size because we want to produce every part of our rolling mill machine as detailed as possible and be fit with the tolerance. Let's give a look here. These are all the parts of roller structure. Also, we call it rolling mill's frame. The large size bolt screw, the large size gear, small size gear. These are all should be installed in the gearbox reducer. these gears all belong to the gearbox reducer. Its purpose is to delegate the rotating speed from powered by the motor from 1,450 to a rather slow speed that can compatible with the rotating of roller. Also, by slowing down its speed, the roller will get more force, rotating force. Thus, it can press hard on the steel billets. 来吗? Okay, let me change hand to my colleague Cherry. This is my colleague Cherry.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo está? Ahora es tiempo de Cherry. Te presento por idioma español otra vez. OK，vamos a ir
不是
primero。
把这个按了，然后就听不见了。
对，按一会儿。
然后等一会儿想说了再
Ah,
按开。
usted puede ver
拿一起掉。
cuando entramos esa pieza,
我现在给它关了。
¿qué pieza es? Ese es un plato, plato para contactar los rodillos y cuerpo de la laminación. Y ese total tiene dos máquinas, dos tipos de máquinas fabricado. Después de la primero y hasta el segundo, usted puede ver todo fabricamos con las máquinas automáticas. Usted ve, los actores están trabajando, usted ve bien. Y ese, me parece, ese está a fabricar rodillos. Usted puede ver, esas dos son máquinas de nuestra empresa. Okay. Vamos a ver las laminadores. Toda la gente sabe de los tipos de laminación. Mi empresa tiene dos tipos. Tipo serie H como la vertical y otro es tipo como horizontal. Eso para diferentes capacidades. Como ese, hay alguien dice ese de serie H 250/4. Ese para la capacidad chico, más o menos 1 a 3 toneladas de cada hora. Ese, ¿qué ventajas tiene? Eso primero, ese no necesita más área. Si su fábrica no muy grande, usa ese primero. Y la que más importante es ese, no necesita mucho dinero primero. Porque cuando empezamos ese trabajo, siempre falta dinero. Usted puede elegir ese tipo, aunque esa es la capacidad no muy grande. Pero ¿qué cosa incluye? Vamos a ver. La cosa ese incluye ese es motor y rueda. Ese es la caja, es una caja y ese es el reductor y las máquinas de laminación. Generalmente, ustedes pueden ver ese laminación con 3 rodillos. Ese generalmente puede pasar varias veces. Por ejemplo, ese de máxima de 7 veces. Ese también es de 3 rodillos. Ese rodillo de primero, solo de la primero, la material tiene acero y tiene hierro dúctil. Ese depende del requisito del cliente. Y la última, esa última máquina, solo se pase una vez, nada más, de siempre. Ahora vemos ese. Ese es como una cama larga para transportador, las palanquillas. Ese, mira abajo, ese todos son automáticos con los rodillos. También tiene motor. Mira, como todos saben, esta China tiene muchas fábricas de laminador. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué elegir Hongteng Grupo. ¿Por qué elegí mi empresa? Primero, podemos ver este ruido. Ponemos una soporte. Hay un soporte. Me parece esta otra fábrica. Esa es gratis. Me parece esta otra fábrica tiene que pagar dinero. Y ese caja. Ese ponemos la bomba de hoyo y pipe también. Y ese todos son gratis. Ahora vemos ese. Ahora vemos ese cuervo de laminador. Ustedes pueden ver ese. ¿Qué es ese? Ese es un dispositivo de protección. Cuando la palanquilla es a baja temperatura, pero ustedes no saben, entra en la máquina, va a romper la máquina. Pero si tiene ese, primero ese rompe. La gente, el trabajador ve ese rompe, sabe, la palanquilla tiene problema. Ese proteger el rodillo no lo rompe. Porque toda la gente sabe, es el rodillo muy caro. Ese para ahorrar muchos dineros. Y también el cuerpo tiene un estante. Ese todo usamos acero ancho, no es finito. También hay otras fábricas, solo usa finito. Cuando si la máquina usa más tiempo y después eso rompe. Lo de mi empresa, ese puede usar más tiempo. Usted puede ver, ese todo tiene. ¿Viste las ranuras en la rodillo? Esos son para producir diferentes producción acabado. Por ejemplo, esa máquina se puede producir varilla cortada, varilla liso, varilla ángulo, y como la varilla cuadrado, estangular. De esa máquina, todo se sirve todo. Después, cuando usted tiene capacidad grande, usted dice, yo quiero fabricar 5 a 10 toneladas horaria. Usamos ese tipo. Ese tipo se llama colada continua. Eso se pasa una vez. Ese para hacer capacidad grande. Usted puede ver eso. Son con 2 rodillos. Cada máquina se pasa una vez. Y eso con diferentes ranuras para producir diferentes diámetros. ¿Cómo diseñar ese? Tenemos ingeniero. Nuestro ingeniero diseña este diámetro según sus requisitos. Okay. Ahora ver. Para capacidad grande es eso. La máquina de laminación continua. También tiene caja de control. Usted puede ver. Y eso. Ese para la caja. Ese es caja control para la cama de transportador. Y después, cuando termina la laminar, tiene la cooling bed, cama de fría, para enfriar las varillas acabadas. Ok, te presento para las capacidades chicas. Generalmente para producir la palanquilla usamos eso. Ese verde, esa máquina verde. Ahora ustedes verlo. Okay. Ese es molde horizontal. Ese es para la capacidad 1 a 3 toneladas. Preparamos 1 o 2 o 3. Ese depende del requisito de ustedes. Usted puede verlo, eso. Ese es operar muy fácil. Muy cómodo. Ok, vemos ahí. Después vamos a la oficina de presentar los moldes de acabados, de varilla acabados. Ok, vamos.
Hello everyone, this is Edward again. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for everyone who stayed in our showroom from the beginning till now. Thank you very much. Right now we are looking at the continuous rolling mill. Yes, this we normally call it as one stand. This is one stand of a rolling mill. And judging by the label on it, labeled at K6, this means it belongs to the number 6 in its series. Here we can see it's K5. Here is the K4. And here we can see it. Here is the distributor. Work on the same working manner. It divides 1/4 into 2 strands of a force. Then connect the force with the roller, making the roller rotating. At preset speed. Because each stand of the mill here is preset with certain speed by the ratio between 2 different gears. In the market, there are some manufacturers, some suppliers tend to use the DC motor with frequency regulator to keep the rotating speed at a preferred ratio. But in our design, our machine is more simpler. Its price will be cheaper because we don't use the frequency regulator and we have no need of any DC motor. Any industrial entrepreneur would know that DC motor is very much expensive compared with the price of AC motor, and the AC motor have much more reliability compared to the DC motor. Right now we are looking at the control cabinet of the rollers. Each production line we will design a control desk to our clients. Here we are looking at a control cabinet of a continuous casting machine. It regulates the, let's say, the pinching roller's working speed. Thus control how billets came forward at what kind of speed. Again, as we can see, each stand of the mill are already carved with different sets of groove. But at this time, when we're looking at the roller on the continuous mill, we will find out that the size of any groove on one roller is totally unified and similar. We can see almost with same size. That's because In continuous process, each product, by saying the products, I mean rebar, bar, or just some kind of flat steel, angle steel. Each piece of product only get pass of one stand of mill once. That means, as you can see, the roller may engraved with many shoot, but in actual practice, a rebar will only use one shoot for one time, then continuously going forward to the next stand. Right now, we are looking at K5. Here is label K5. As we can see, the K5 roller already engraved with ribs. It means at this stand of mill, the final products will come off. Yes, the final products will come off. Judging by the size of the grooves, I suspect that this stand of mill are producing like 60mm size diameter of rebars. It's just a wild guess. I have no guilty. I'm no guilty if I'm guessing it wrong. Right now we are looking at K1. As we can see, K1 here are also already engraved with multi-grooves, and the grooves are carved with equal distance ribs. These ribs we call it, we can call it a spiral or something else. We all know that it is made for the reinforced bar. We call it rebar. Also, the K1 is a finishing roll. It means at this stand of a mill, the finishing product will come off. Yes, it will come off. Right at the moment, judging by the size compared with my finger, I would like to say this stand of a mill are producing around 8mm rebars. At the side, we can still look at its distributor and its reducer. And back to here, we can see there is also a flywheel. As I introduced before, the flywheel's rotating will create more force, then conducts a force to the distributor, then distributor conducts a force to the roller, to making the rolling mill and betterly processing the steel products at its lower temperature. We all know that this stand here is K1. K1 means is the last stand of mill in its production process. Normally, at the last stand of a mill, the hot steel will become very much colder than its first stage come into the whole production line. This means if at this stage, if we cannot choose a proper mill, by proper, I mean the suitable model for the position, it will come with a fault or emergency accident frequently, since at this stage, the hot steel will already become colder, and after steel get cold, it will also become rigid. It means it will be hard to process. It will be hard to squeeze on. So that's why we emphasized in a lot of designs that we prefer any of our clients choose large model of mill when the client's budget is acceptable for our design. Our design is acceptable to client's budget. According to our design, large model of mill may raise the total investment, but at its actual production, large model will always doing a better job than the small model. By large and small, it is a comparatively figuration. It means if we are going to process a 50 millimeter billet, it may workable with 220 rolling mill, but 250 is more suitable than 220s. Let's have an overview on the continuous rolling mill. Here, let's see the K8. Here is a K7. Right here, you can see K9, K10, K11. Judging by the configuration, I can suspect that we are having a continuous rolling line. By continuous rolling line, I specifically referring to that kind of a mill that designed without three-roller roughing mill. When the billets enter into the production, each stand of mill process the billets only once. As you can see, the roller size is already different. This one is small. This one is very big. So let's see. The label here state it is K14. 14 may means it is the last stand of mill. The groups are changing smaller and smaller to different shape. This shape we normally call it slab. That shape we normally will call it blue. Okay, here we almost finished our introduction in our workshop. Machines are already be showed, and also the processing of a producing machine is showed. Right now, we are going to go back to the office. Then I will let my colleague Linda to give some introduction on the already prepared drawings. Thank you again for your watching. Right now, we are at the front gate of HTGP, stand for Hongteng Group. This workshop here is Hongteng Group's rolling mill factory. And here we produce the rolling mill. This factory here is for producing the rolling mill. Now we are going to our office building. This is the office building in this factory area. I hope my colleague Linda is prepared for the illustration on the drawings. Okay, I come in. Right now, we are going to stay at here. My colleague will give a most fine illustration on drawings.
Okay. And here I want to introduce a 3-ton rolling mill project. It's a continuous one. Okay, here we can see this factory, the area is around 80 by 13 meters. It's beginning from the left side. We can see here this part. Because the space is kind of tight, not enough space. So we had designed the heating furnace here, this blue part. This material, this client, his raw material is a steel billet. So we begin with the billet heating. First step, it's the billet reheating furnace. It's an electrical one, induction furnace, setting here. And the steel billet heating here. After the heating, here is the roller table. It's falling from here to this kind of roller transfer table and feed into the rough rolling mill. After the rough rolling mill passed 5 times, we can see here it's the auto tilting billet feeding table. Can feed in the billet automatically here by the rough rolling mill. And here, after the rough rolling mill, we go here, like the pinch roll, pinch the billet to the emergency shear. Here we cut the tails of the billet because the front and the tail part, the temperature may not enough. It's kind of cold. We cut the tails and then the billet got into the continuous rolling mill. And after the continuous mill, it will have 2 ways. The one way, we get the billet reverse to the cooling bed. Then we get the round bar or reverse here, and the transfer roller here. We have the cut tool length shear to cut the rebars by 10 meter or 12 meter per piece, and packing table here. We packed the rebars. And another way, the continuous rolling mill, the finish processing will make the round bars here by the coiling machine. Here we will coiling the round bars by coil. Then we get the wear rod. We can see here is a coiling machine, and after coiling it, it will push out the wear rod on the collect roller table. So we have 2 ways. And generally speaking, we can see here the main machine on this line. We have the heating, billet heating furnace, rough rolling mill, shears, and here is the 6 stand continuous rolling mills, and the coiling machine, cooling bed, cut tool length shear, and the transfer tables. Here is all the machine we need, from the billet heating to the rebar or wear rod processing. And here's the capacity of this line. We can reach to 3 tons per hour to 5 tons per hour. If you need the similar project, you can send us your detailed requirements For example, your billet size and the output capacity you need, then we can give you the detailed quotation according to your requirement. Hi, Chris. Nice to talk with you. This is Linda. If you have the question for the rolling mill, you can send us here. Yeah, as you can see here, we are talking about the smaller, like 3 ton to 5 ton per hour continuous rolling mill project. We begin with the billet heating and then transfer the hot billet to the rough rolling mill and then get into the continuous rolling mill. Then we get the rebars or coiling wire rod. Here we also have the corresponding video show for this project. Here, this project, we just finished the installation and debugging at our site. Our engineer is send the video from the site. Here we can see the video show. Okay, here is the starting of the project. We can see this orange part. This is the induction billet heating furnace. And this is the outlet direction of the billet heating come out. Soon we can see the hot billet come out from the billet. Please wait a minute. Hello, Chris. Are you still online? If you have any question, welcome to talk us here. Okay, we can see here the hot billet come out from the furnace and then falling from the slope roller table and get to the translation by the roller table. Okay, sorry, I stopped it. And then we can see here the heating billet coming to the rough rolling mill. And then that's the first pass and the second pass. Yes. Hi, Chris. Nice to talk with you. Now we can see the rough rolling mill is processing the billet. If you have any question, welcome to talk with us by message. Yes, on this project, the rough rolling mill had processing the billet for 5 pass. And you can see we have added the automatic tilting table for the billet automatic transfer. So we do not need the manual operation, do not need the workers pull the billet by manual. This is more safety and automatic, high efficiency. Yes, the rough rolling mill finished. Emergency shear, we can see, yeah. Then after the emergency shear cuts the tails, the continuous rolling mill is very fast, already finished the passing. And then we can see here, okay, again, continuous rolling mill, 1 pass. Yes. And then the first way, it will go to the cooling bed. Yes, we can see the rebars come to the cooling bed. And the second way, the rebars goes to the coiling machine. It will make the wire rod round bar as a coil. This kind of wire rod is suitable for 6 millimeter there to the 12 maximum. I think it's around 12 millimeter there. Normally it's 6 to 8 millimeter there for the wire rod size. Yeah, it will push out the wire rod on the collect table, and the cooling here we packing. Yes, here is this line for the 3 to 5 ton rolling mill. And the next one I want to introduce us for the horizontal reversible rolling mill project. Here we can see this have a configuration introduced for the reversible rolling mill. This is suitable for the smaller type, like 1 ton per hour or 3 ton per hour. And during this line, we can see we also add the automatic feeding table to make the operation realize the automatic one. Here is the cooling bag, cut 2-length shear, and packing table. Here, we also have added the melting process for the billet casting to showing for the audience. You can see this is a full line configuration. And here for the melting, you can see this is a magnetic section plate to feed in the scrap into the melting furnace. The melting furnace will melt in the scrap steel as liquid. And then we get the steel ladle. The ladle to pour in the steel liquid into the ladle, and ladle transfers the liquid to the casting zone. And here is the full configuration: melting furnace, transformer, melting furnace body, and this is the cooling tower. Okay, we can see first method. This is by the steel billet mode. And this one is the vertical type billet mode casting. And the third method, we have the CCM. That means the continuous casting machine for the billet casting. And then here is the hydraulic shear to cut the billet as fixed lengths like 1.5 meter or 2 meter. The hot one will pass into the heating furnace to reheat the billet to 100 and 200 or 1200 degrees. And then the hot rolling mill will feed into the hot billet will feed into the rolling mills by the automatic transfer table. We can see we do not need the manual operation here. The automatic feeding table will solve the billet transfer. Yeah, this is a guiding shot. By this one, we can change the rebar, the billet from stand 1 to stand 2 and to the stand 4. And here, after the rolling mill, the rebars come into the cooling bed. And here is the packing platform. We can see the rebars have fall down collected here on the U-shape channel, and we can have workers to packing here as bundles, and then we transfer it to the finished product zone. Then this line is finished. Okay, the next one I want to introduce another continuous rolling mill. This is 8 ton per hour production line. We can see here, it's also consists of the melting zone, casting zone, and rolling zone. Here we can see showing the melting furnace. This one is the bigger one. The furnace capacity is around 10 ton. And after the 10 ton melting furnace melting the steel as liquid, here we have the CCM pouring the liquid here to 10 dish and then casting the billet out. The billet come out from the CCM is around 700 degrees to 900 degrees. Then the hot billet, but the temperature is not enough, so we have designed the billet reheating furnace here to reheat the billet temperature again and then into the rough rolling mill. Same as last time, the rough rolling mill will pass 5 to 7 times, and then we get into the continuous rolling mill. Continuous rolling mill can go straight and also can turn around if the span factory is not enough. So we turn around here to the another bay of the workshop. We continues the rolling mills here, also 2 ways. The first way we go here for the coiling to make wear rod, and the second way we go here have the flying shear, cooling bed, and here is the packing zone for the rebars. And for this one, we also have the video to show. You can see here this one. And this client, he installs the machine by themselves, have very strong engineer team. And we can see here, this part is already go out from the rough rolling mill. And that's the continuous rolling mill part. And here, this is the flying shear, pinch roll, and the cooling bed. You can see the cooling bed have 2 channels. After the flying shear, they will cut the rebars as several sections. And the 2 ways, one come from the channel A, channel B, and then fall down on the cooling bed. And after the cooling bed, that will be in the packing. And here, this is the client testing video after their installation. Here is I want to show. And next, our colleague Cherry will introduce the drawings, the layout drawings, and the videos by Spanish. Okay, welcome to Cherry.
Okay. Thanks, Linda. Okay. Ahora te presento la primera proyecto de mi empresa. ¿Por qué te presento ese? Porque ese es especial. ¿Por qué? Porque no tiene mucho cliente, tiene planta grande, falta área, ¿cómo hacemos? Habemos ese. Ese, la primera, también desde ese se llama máquina de colada continua. ¿Para qué? Para fabricar las palanquillas. Después quitamos las palanquillas, lo pase hasta acá, la horno de calentamiento. ¿Por qué? Porque hasta aquí, pasa aquí, tiene una distancia larga. La palanquilla perdió su temperatura. Por eso usamos ese horno de calentamiento para calentarlo hasta 1200 grados. Y después salir a esa máquina, lo pase hasta la primera máquina laminador, se llama laminador desbaste. Ese generalmente se puede pasar 7 veces, pero ese depende del cliente. Hay algunos clientes se pasa 5 veces y algunos clientes se pasa 6 o 7. Eso. Ese después lo pase ahí. Ese es la máquina de laminador continua. Cada máquina solo se pase una vez nada más. Y después, listo eso, quedamos hasta acá, porque el cliente no tiene muchos áreas. Hasta acá, para girarlo a otros, eso. Ese también, usted puede ver el modelo de la máquina de laminación. Eso de 250 sería, y ese de 250 y 220. ¿Por qué ese? Ese depende de los diferentes requisitos de nuestro cliente, depende de sus productos acabados. Después termina esa producción. Esta aquí también tiene 2 tipos de producción acabada. Primero, esta aquí es para producir como la bobinas. Y después, otros palanquillas, lo pase hasta acá, cortarlo una vez y pase hasta la cooling bed. y después se lo pase. Está ahí, la larga es 40 metros, 40 metros. Muy larga, por eso esa planta necesita muchos lugares, no tiene, muchos clientes tiene ese. Y está ahí, lo corta otra vez. Ese es la final diámetro, la que necesita de cliente. Mi cliente se lo necesita, acá dice de 12 metros, ¿sí? Y después lo termina. Y ahora vemos otro. Ese de otro ejemplo de nuestro otro cliente, su área más grande. Usted puede ver, ese tiene 80 metros. La larga es 80 metros, la ancho es 13.5 metros. Ese también primero está hornos y también hornos para fundir y después también es la máquina de anulada continua. Quedamos palanquilla y después pase la primera laminador despaste. Ese se pase 5 veces, diferente que primero, ¿sí? Y después la termina, pase. Se lo va a cortarlo una vez. Ese para cortar su cabeza y la cola. Y después lo va a hacer la máquina de continua. Continúa eso, todos se pase una vez nada más. Y de ese cliente, sí, también tiene dos tipos de acabados. Uno de bobina, otro de la palanquilla larga. No, de la varilla larga. Y después, eso la bobina hasta ahí terminado. Y después la varilla larga está la colimber y se lo pase hasta ahí. Cortarlo hasta la diámetro, la que quiere el cliente. Y hasta acá, embalaje. Y termina. Ok. Esos son los dos diferentes requisitos de nuestro cliente. Ese se lo todo diseña por nuestro ingeniero. Por eso, no te preocupes. Cualquier requisito, todo podemos suficientemente. Ok. Después vemos los videos. Ese video de la segunda proyecto. Podemos ver primero la palanquilla se lo pase entre el horno de calentamiento. Vemos, sí, se lo para calentarlo hasta 1200 grados. Y después se lo sale hasta esos transbordador. Eso, y a ver, hasta ahí se lo cae hasta ese transportador para seguir cargarlo. Usted ver, ya salió la franquicia y hasta acá se cae. Y sigue cargarlo hasta dónde? Hasta la primero, ahí, hasta la primera máquina de laminación. Ese se lo pase 5 veces. Esa es la primera vez. Y mira, y la primera, segunda, tercero, cuarto y quinto. Todos son automáticos. Ahorrar muchos trabajadores. Cuando eso termina las 5 veces, se lo pase ahí directamente a la segunda máquinas. Mira, ese se lo cambia a las más finitas, más redondas. Sí, está abajo, ya sale a las segundas. Segunda, eso es cortar su cabeza y la cola. Y se lo pase a la colada continua. Solo se pase una vez. Mira, solo se pase una vez. Y quedamos las palillas acabadas. Y después, también tiene dos tipos. Uno de como mira, esa palilla está aquí, palilla larga. Y otros, sí, se produce por la bobina. Me parece muchos clientes eligen como así, para quitar dos tipos, uno de larga, otro de esa bobina. Y hasta ahí, la bobina lista, termina. Ese se lo diseña para nuestro cliente. Ese diseña especial. Ese personalizada. Si usted quiere, ese me parece todo puede ser. Ok, hasta acá sí la termina. Ok, gracias. Después, mi compañera Linda va a presentar las moldes de las palillas acabadas. Vamos ahí.
Okay, this is Linda. Next, I want to show you about which kind of final product our rolling mill can make. Okay, here we have some samples to show you. Let's see. Here, this is our simple desk. Here we can see we have many different kind of product. For this one, I want to show is the U channel. This is very common steel profile during the construction material, right? And here, this is another special U channel you can see here. And the angle iron. And here, this special one. This also can produce by our hot rolling mills. And this one, I want to ask him, does anyone know which is this one? This is a fence post, like the farm or the ground. You want to make a fence, like a fence wall, to make this as a post. And here the hose will wearing with steel wires to prevent the animals inside your farm. Like this one is a good market. And here we have the most common one for the rebars. This is a smaller one. And here, this is a 32 millimeter there. And we also have the flat, like this kind of flat bar. It's width and the thickness. Also have the square one or the rectangle one. And the round bar. Here we can see this is a round bar, the rectangle one, and also the twist one. For example, this simple. This also can be made by the hot rolling mill. And here we have the T-bar. It's kind of like T-shape on this section, you can see. And I still want to talk with you. If you have any special product want to make, you can send us your sample picture to us, and we can check with the engineer and reply to you. Here is all our samples showing by the hot rolling mill, which our machine can do. Here, I also want to show this small mini model to have a introduction for the project. As we all know, for the product, first I want to say many clients want to asking us if I want to make a 3 ton per hour production line and my billet is 100 by 100 millimeter, is that okay? The answer is not very suitable because we all know the billet model is cooperate with the rolling mill's capacity, and the rolling mill's model is decided by the billet size. If our billet size is bigger, then we need the bigger model rolling mill. Only this one has enough force to rolling this kind of bigger billet. And if our capacity requirement is smaller, we better recommend you to choose the small billet, because only in this way we can equip the suitable smaller model rolling mill for you and to reach this small capacity. This will reduce our investment, right? This is the most important reason, the suitable billet size for the suitable rolling mill model. And here I want to show you, this is the beginning of the rolling mill. First, we can remove this standard and to consider this as the rough rolling mill. We can see here have 3 rollers. This is a 3 high rolling mills. Also, we can call it the reversible type. For this stand, we will processing around 5 to 7 parts for the billet. In this method, we can saving the investment on the rolling mills quantity. For example, if we use the fully continuous one, and this place is also the 2 rollers. Each roller stand will pass one time. So that means we will increase at least 4 stands more than this one, right? But if we with this one reversible one and add the automatic transfer table, then the rolling mill will save 4 to 6 standard for the investment. And here, after the rough rolling mill processing, the billet will get smaller and then get into the continuous rolling mill. Normally, here we will add an emergency shear, because after the rough rolling mills pass, the tails on the front and the end part of the billet that will be temperature will be kind of cold. We will add the emergency shear to cut the tails and the front part so that the billet won't hurt the continuous rollers, and get into the continuous rollers from then on. That will be all one pass to the end. And the continuous rolling mill group, we can see here is motor and the gearbox, then the rolling mill stand. Next, this group, we choose the one model drive 2 stand rolling mills, and this will save the power and investment for the client. And here, from the beginning to the end, it's all one pass on the continuous rolling mill zone. And the billet here on the roller, we will design the grooves, different grooves for the billet, changing till the end. We get the final product. For example, the angle iron or the steel rebars. We will have the grooves, different grooves on the roller to design for clients. And hi, all my client. This is Linda. If you have any question regarding to the hot rolling mill project, welcome to send us your questions below, and we can see your message and reply to you. Today, we are mainly introduce about the hot rolling mill project for all my friends, and our output capacity for the hot rolling mill project is from 1 ton per hour top to 20 ton per hour. We have the horizontal one, the reversible one rolling mill for the 1 ton to 3 ton per hour model. And we also have the rough rolling mill plus continuous rolling mill model. This is suitable for the 5 ton to 20 ton per hour for the automatic one. This will reduce the manual operation, and with high capacity, high efficiency, If you have any question or inquiry for our equipment, welcome to leave your message below and your contact message. Our colleague will contact you to send you the detailed quotation. And next, our colleague Cherry will introduce you our final product and the hot rolling mill continuous one by Spanish. Welcome to my colleague Cherry.
Hi chicos, es Cherry. Ok, vamos a presentar las muestras de acabados de varilla. Mira, por ejemplo, mira ese hacerlo tipo U, hacerlo ángulo, ese lo usa mucho. Y ese es hacerlo forma especial. Y como así, esos lo usa mucho de varilla corrugada. Ese es diámetro de 32 y ese es tipo más finita, eso, todo de modelo de corrugada. También podemos fabricar esos como las lisos. Y eso, mira, ese tipo es cuadrado ancho tipo ancho, eso. Y tipo finita también ese puede ser, por ejemplo, como así. Eso es cuadrado tipo finita. Ya, como así, ese también es especial. Si usted tiene requisito de los modelos especiales, ese podemos consultar a nuestro ingeniero. Mira, ese de tipo ancho, sí. Ese es un diámetro más grande, sí. Obvio, ese depende de los requisitos de nuestro cliente. Mira, eso, muchos. Eso es afuera, eso es acero. Adentro ese amarillo es cobre. Ese también podemos producir. Muy especial, ¿sí? Y eso, corrugada especial, ¿sí? Ok, ese es especial. Eso lo usa para jardín mucho, sí. Ya vemos ese de más ancho de tipo U, ¿sí? Mira, sí, más ancho, más finita, ese de otro como W, ¿sí? Y esos son los modelos especiales, ¿sí? Ok, y vamos aquí a presentar los dos tipos. Esos son los muestras. Para eso es más fácil. Como este tipo. Ese tipo serie H. Ese para la capacidad pequeño, para capacidad chico, 1 a 3 toneladas. Y con ese tipo, ese es la continua, colada continua, para capacidad grande, 1 hasta 10 toneladas horaria. Ese podemos ver, un motor con dos máquinas de laminador. Diferentes, a la que diferentes. Por ejemplo, ese CDH es la primera laminación. Ese tiene 3 unidades de rodillos. La primera laminación se puede pasar 5 a 7 veces, ese depende del cliente. Y es la modelo de continua con 2 unidades de rodillo. Solo se pase una vez. Se pase desde la primera hasta la última. Hasta la última quedamos la varilla acabada. Termina listo. Pero ese siempre necesita más área. Pero no pasa nada. Tenemos un ingeniero. Puede diseñar los planos. Ese depende de su fábrica. Sí. Eso para capacidad grande. Y ese tipo para capacidad pequeño. Cualquier necesita o consulta puede pasar mensaje y cotización a nuestra empresa. Después, quedamos una oferta buena para ustedes. ¿Sí? Ok, nuestro programa hasta acá listo. Sí. Usted puede mandar mensaje, mandar correo a mi empresa. Después hay vendedoras te atiende. Ok, listo.
Okay, my friend. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Linda, and today for our hot rolling mill equipment introduction had finished, and from the compact and cost-effective horizontal rolling mill to the high-efficiency continuous rolling mill with a high capacity, we have a solution to empower your business and contribute to your country's infrastructure. And the future is built on the steel. If you have the interest for the hot rolling mill project, welcome to contact us. We are here to provide you not just the equipment, but the full solution, including the training, installation, and the after sales for the whole project. So do not afraid to contact us for the inquiry and project information. We will provide you the full line solution. So if you have any, hello, my friend. Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, and I saw one friend come. Yes, nice to meet you. Okay, and if you have any inquiry or questions regard to our hot rolling mill equipment, welcome to send us the message. And you also can get to our website by www.honten.com. This is our website. Let me repeat, www.honten.com. This is our website address. You can go our website address to send us an inquiry or leave us a question here. And for today's live show, we will go here and say goodbye to you. And wish we see you next time. Bye.